And it's very soft.
Permission to dismiss the bodyguard, sir. Thank you, sir. Number 1, Sentry. Turn first. Remainder to the guard room. Dismiss. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, 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 left, right, left.
The police service to have modern equipment, recognize clearly that as a country we are way back behind in terms of our investment in our security sector. The government came up with a robust modernization program. This modernization program is in line with the desire of this administration to ensure that there is a bottom-up development in the country. And when we talk about bottom-up, it is to make sure that the grassroots are well prepared to host and to protect the investment and development that is happening across the country. This modernization program is done in a context. It's in the context of our security situation and our strategic position as a country. We live in a nation that is surrounded by a number of countries that are struggling with various challenges of security. We all know the challenges that our neighbors in Somalia, in southern part of Ethiopia, in Sudan, southern Sudan, and all these challenges are posing a threat to our national security, especially in the pastoralist and far-flung areas. As to ensure that we secure this nation further and to make sure that our officers are protected from a few criminal elements that may be wanting to harm the citizens and harm also officers who are providing cover for law and order, the government of Kenya put in place a modernization program under the leadership of President William Ruto, which program has been implemented in the last 2.5 years to make sure that the equipment that is used by our police officers are modern. And that is why you see the MRAPs here we are launching. And this is part of a continuation of a program. This is not the first set of these MRAPs. This is a continuation of a program that was launched last year. And because of the program that was put in place for the last 2 years, you have seen that the criminal elements, particularly those who are operating in areas in northern part of the country, including the Kerio Valley region, as particularly on the challenge of cattle rustling and banditry, was significantly scaled down. In fact, research shows that we have reduced the problem of banditry by 70% as a result of this investment. And I want to congratulate the National Police Service led by the Inspector General of Police and our officers for doing a fantastic job to make sure that we have significantly reduced this menace of banditry. I want also to recognize that in line with this program, we continue to put in place measures and mechanisms to ensure that we train our officers. The officers that are going to be operating this equipment, the officers who are going to operate on the field are well prepared and trained to make sure that they confront the challenges of this time. We know that in this modernization program, it is not just the hardware that you see, it includes also technology and investment in technology. And we are scaling up our investment in drones, in other equipment, including the air equipment, to make sure that we can cover our country and make sure that this country is safe. This is just the second year. We will continue with this program every year until we make sure that our officers have proper equipment that they can secure the nation. In line with the same program, we are also putting in place resources to make sure that there is continuous training of the officers. Just a week ago, I was at the DCI offices, Bwana IG, and you saw what we saw at the DCI, and the request that we need to upscale also further training. We also know that here today, the same request has been done that we must continue with training. We are in the next budget pushing for resources to make sure that there is continuous training of our officers, continuous update of our expertise and knowledge, so that we can confront the challenges that come with the job that we do. I also want to communicate to the public to understand that in line with the task force that was established by the President to look into the welfare and reforms in the police service, we are already implementing this report of the task force by improving the welfare of our officers, including their salary and allowances, starting with those who are at the lower cadre of the police service. Again, I must reiterate that last year a significant improvement was done, and this year, this next financial year, again, that will be done, because this is a continuous process until we make sure that our officers are happy and secure and protected. I know there has been concerns in the recent past in terms of the insurance policy and the resources that go to ensuring and keeping our officers' health and life insurance and protecting of our officers. Again, I want to assure the country that in this coming supplementary budget, the government of Kenya is going to avail the resources in good time, and has had a conversation with the insurance companies to make sure that no officers will stay uncovered as a result of a budgetary allocation, because the resources are going to be provided to make sure that our officers are safe. In line with that reform, we also want to ensure that in the reform agenda, to make sure that we have enough officers that are going to serve our country. Again, in this coming budget, we are putting in place resources to make sure that we hire the next lot of police officers that are going to serve in this country. Again, the numbers will be communicated in good time, but what we are pushing for is to ensure that we have the budgetary resources in the next financial year, and soon we will be announcing the recruitment exercise. And that recruitment exercise, have been assured, this time round we are going to do, because it was the recommendation of the task force that we must also do this recruitment in a more transparent manner. We are working together with the National Police Service Commission to make sure that technology is deployed to protect our citizens and to make sure that nobody is conned during recruitment exercise, and that all the citizens of this republic will see a more transparent recruitment exercise that will ensure that those officers who will come to office are those who are going to be able to have come through integrity and continue serving with integrity. Another issue I want to speak about this time is to say, Mr. IG, that the reforms will continue. Training will continue. We want our officers to be to understand the modern operation of a police officer, and we will make sure that the continuous training will lead to greater discipline in the National Police Service. And I have no doubt in my mind, I want to say here that for the period I have served, I have seen a very committed police officers who are actually doing a fantastic job in very difficult circumstances in different corners of the country. I was in Wajir the other day when the president was there. I was also in Todonyang in Turkana I have had to visit also parts of Baringo in Tiati constituency and parts of West Pokot. And all these areas where the officers are operating under very difficult circumstances, I tell you, they are young, old, middle-aged police officers who have given and dedicated their entire life to protect this nation. And I want to celebrate them this afternoon by saying that we will do everything possible to facilitate you to ensure that you're doing your job in an environment that is safe, that you don't feel intimidated, that you don't feel harassed, that you feel that the sacrifice you are making in your country to make your country safe is being recognized and being protected.